On our warm-up, we first labeled, starting from 61, we labeled OH and A. We crossed out A. Then we figured OH was sine of 61, parentheses, equals O over H, which is X over 11. And then what we did to get rid of the divided by 11 was we multiplied by 11. And we typed it in, and we got 9.62. So let's write that down. X equals 9.62. Now that is our missing side. This side over here is 9.62 units long, okay? Now, everybody, what's weird about number 2? So you have labeled in your triangle that you're looking up at the board at 2 angles besides the 90, right? Now real quick, did you know on number 1 you could have figured this angle out because 90 plus 61 subtract from 180, you could have figured that out, right? So technically you could always know all the angles. So, but what if you have them already labeled here? So here's what you're going to do. If you have both angles, all you got to do is just pick one you like. Doesn't matter. So if you start from 33 and you do the right trig, you'll get the same answer as if you start from 57 and use the right trig. So let's just see, okay, who wants to start from 33? 1, 2, all right, 3. Who wants to start from 57? Oh, ooh. All right, we'll start from 57. Now, 57, if that's your starting point, your theta, we're going to label OHA. So O is going to be what? Nothing. And then H is across from 90, which is X, and then A is my 8. Now, which one has nothing? O. So, AH is ca. C stands for cosine, C-O-S. Okay, so, question. Okay, so cosine of what? How many degrees? What did I start from? 57. Cosine 57 equals A over H, which is 8 over X. What was my trick when X is on the bottom? Switch the trig with the denominator, the X on the bottom. So this goes down, X goes to the left. So X equals 8 still on top over cosine 57. So let's go to the calculator. What is 8 divided by cosine 57? Not that. 8 divided by trig cosine 57. 14.89. Okay, so that means this missing side over here is 14.89. Cool. 6.9. Thank you. My B. Now, real quick, I'm about to write something that you don't have to write, but I do want you to look up here. Okay? Look, look, look. What if, in a parallel universe, what if we started from 33? This would be my O. This would be my A. Okay? And we wouldn't need A, so O and H would be sine. So if you started from 33, you'd do sine 33 equals O over H. And then you would switch these two, and you would have X equals 8 over sine 33. Now, does that give you the same answer for X? 8 divided by sine 33, 14.69. So I wanted you to see, no matter where you start, as long as you do the right trig and you label everything correctly, you get the same answer, 14.69. You don't have to show me both every time, but I just want you to know either one works from either angle. Now, that's it for your warm-ups for this week. Can you please make sure your name is on it, pass to the front, and then we're going to do some notes. All right, let's do this. Again, everyone, both ears. We're going to have no headphones in, right? Please. So let's do this. Click. All right. Now, previously, meaning the last 2-3 days, we've been talking about regular trig. Now, we just call it trigonometry, okay? Please. All right, so regular trig is when we're finding a missing side. Fill in that blank. So far we've been looking for missing sides. So today, like the objective you wrote down earlier, is we're looking for a missing angle. Okay? So this is called inverse trigonometry, is when you're finding a missing angle. And how do I know if something is inverse? Well, it has a little -1 on it. So we notate it with a little -1. It looks like a exponent, but it's not. What are you listening to? Show me. Yeah, right. All right. So okay, so we're going to find the missing angle. So does everyone see this triangle right here? We have two sides. We actually know both sides. X is not on the outside. X is on the inside where the angle is. Okay? So that's my angle, missing angle. So these are our steps, but I'm going to show you how it's done. Ready? The first steps are very similar. Start at angle X, put an arc there. And of course, what do we label? O, H, and A, right? You're not listening to music, are you? What about this here? Oh my gosh. All right. So let's label OHA. So from X, did you label O is over here? Across from 90, that's my H. And then A is my leftover, right? OHA. Now that's old news, right? You got that? Which one do I not need? Okay, H, nah, don't need it. So OA, this is kind of my SOHCAHTOA over here. O and A is TOA, tan, right? So in the middle-ish area, let's write tan. And then what's my angle? I don't know, but we're going to put that, which is X, tan X. Now, equals, and then again, O over A. So what over what? 5 over 14. Notice how X is not on the top or bottom of the fraction. Now X is over here in the angle part. Now, here's the dealio. We're trying to find X by itself, right? So what do I need to get rid of next to X? The trig needs to go away. If the trig goes away, now I have X equals. That's what I need, okay? So here's the big old question. How do I get rid of some trig? With inverses, okay? Now, here's what I mean by inverses. If you remember being in your calculator and hitting that trig button, we've been doing these top 3, but on the bottom, you see these 3? These are called inverse trig functions. It's kind of like Superman, Bizarro or something, right? Right? Or like Captain America and Captain, well, I don't know, Captain Anti-America, I don't know. Well, anyways, who's the Batman and Man-Bat? Yeah, is that a thing? Okay, well, anyways, all that to say, here's what we're going to do. Now, I'm going to show you the long way before I show you the short way, okay? So, the only way to get rid of a tan is with a inverse tan, right? So, here's the deal. On the left side, I'm going to put tan inverse. Every time I say inverse, I'm putting a little -1. It looks like an exponent, okay? So again, tan inverse. What are you listening to? Appreciate you. Now, tan inverse, parentheses, and then I'm going to rewrite this part, tan X. So if I do a tan inverse on the left, I'm going to do a tan inverse on the right. So tan inverse 5 over 14. Now, I'm going to show you how to not have to write that step, but I'm showing you for the first time, so you see what cancels out. If you have an inverse tan with a tan, they cancel out. They're gone. And what's left? Just the x. That's what I wanted. X equals. On the right, that's all the same, so I'm going to write tan inverse 5 over 14. And now, yeah, you just type it in the calculator to get your answer. So we go to calculator, tan inverse is on the bottom. Make sure it's got that little -1 on it. And it's what over what? 5 over 14. You can do 5 divided by 14. And I get, as long as you're in degrees mode, you should get 19.65. Now again, x was a missing what? Angle, so make sure we label our units of measure. It's in degrees. It's not inches, meters, crayons, fingers, nothing. Okay, it's degrees. Now, that's how you find a missing angle. So here's the deal. Let me tell you how you can make this less stuff. All we really did was we took this tan, and didn't we just move it to the other side and add a little what on it? A what? A -1. Okay, I thought you said y. Sorry, -1. So here's the deal. When you try to get rid of some trig, just throw it on the other side, add a little -1 on it. That's it. Let me show you how I would do it less complicated. On number 1, what's my angle that I'm missing? X. So let's label O, H, and A starting at angle X. So from X, okay, everyone's doing this, we're going to label O, H, and A, right? So start at X, go O, H, A. I want to see y'all do it. Number 1. O is going to be nothing. H is across from 90, so it's going to be 13. A down here. Now let's never forget Miss Murrow's unfortunate event. She had the Sokotoa. Now, which one do I cross out? O, right? We don't need O because there's nothing on O. You writing this down? Labeling OHA? So, since O is nothing, AH is ca. C stands for cosine, right? So we're going to write cosine. And then what's my angle? X. I don't know. So cosine X equals what over what? A over H is 10 over 13. Now, here's where we don't have to write all those steps last time. Here's how I would like to show my work. Ready? All I want to do is take that cosine, and I want to move it to the other side. When it moves to the other side, it becomes inverse. So you can't just randomly move stuff, but when you move it, if it becomes an inverse, that's fine. Okay? So what's left over here is X equals, and now I'm going to have cosine on the right side with a little -1 for my inverse, 10 over 13. So the big deal today, if you have an angle, you're going to use inverse. Angle, inverse, angle, inverse. Okay, so, what'd you say? So, cosine inverse. Hit trig, cosine inverse on the bottom there. And we're doing what again? 10 over 13. And you get 39.72. What are my units of measure? Since it's an angle, yeah, degrees. Let's do number 2. Hopefully we're getting the hang of this. Maybe we can do it a little quicker. Let's start at what angle? Let's label OH and A. What? All right, label OH and A from X. So O, H, and A. Which one do I cross out? H is gone. So OA is TOA, T-O-A, right? T stands for what? What's T stand for? Tan, right? What goes there? That's not A. Across is O, opposite. Okay? So, tan what? x equals what over what? TOA is O over A, so it's 11 over 16. Now, how do I get rid of a tan? Stay out of the sun. Alright, so, but for real, to get rid of a tangent, we do inverse tan. We take it to the other side and make it inverse. So, x equals tan inverse 11 over 16. Is that what y'all got? Alright, let's do that. Excuse you. So, trig, tan inverse 11 over 16, and you get 34.51. It's going to round up. Degrees, don't forget degrees. Now hopefully this is super easy now, so flip it over and see if you can even see number 3. Dang, we're way past that. You want to write that down? What are you doing? Are you going to tell me don't? You didn't even write down the answer to number 1. You should probably do what you're supposed to do, right? Now on the back, what's weird about number 3? Okay, there's 2 angles. Now, all that means is pick which angle you want to find first. It could be x or y, don't matter. Who wants to find x first? Who wants to find y first? Okay, well then, yeah, we'll find x first then. Apparently, no one cares about y. So, x, so we're going to label O, H, and A. H is canceled out because there's nothing on H. So, OA, let's not forget that one day where we had to take a super soaker to that crusty toe. Sokotoa. Now, OA is TOA, yeah? Yas? So, tan x equals what over what? O over A is 10 over 24. And again, if I want to get rid of a tan inverse. So, x equals tan inverse 10 over 24. Tan inverse 10 over 24. .62 degrees. So this x is 22.62 degrees. Now, real quick, how do you think I can find y? There's 2 ways to do it. So one way is you can start all over from y and use trig. That's fine. Another way is that you know these 3 angles add up to how many degrees? 180, right? So you could take that 22.62 plus the 90 degrees that you know is already there. You could add them up, and you could take that away from 180. And you would get your missing third angle, okay? So you would get what? 67.38. All right. All right. So again, there's 2 ways to do it. You either redo the trig because you like trig so much, or you just add them up, subtract from 180. And so we get 67.38. Okay, last but not least, number 4. How is 4 different than anything? We have all angles labeled and all sides labeled. No, we don't know x and y, right? So literally you can start from, so check it out. You can start from any angle and pick any 2 sides, which literally means you could do sine, cosine, or tangent of x, or you could do sine, cosine, or tangent of y, right? So all we got to do is pick one. So x or y, pick one. Okay, x, and now just cross one of them out. Which one? Which number do you hate the most? I mean, dislike. 24, I don't like that. Too many, it reminds me of a whole day, you know. Well, anyways, now if that's what I choose, which is fine, because it doesn't matter, I would label O, H, and A. And the A I just crossed out, so don't worry about A. So I have to use OH, which is so. sine of x equals O over h. How do I get rid of the sine? How do I take away sine? Who can take away all your sines? Oh, anyways. All right, but in math, with an inverse sign. That was the joke. I was trying to make you laugh. All right, so x equals, I got more jokes though, and I got slower stories. So watch out. Sine inverse 7 over 25. Type that in real quick. So we get 16.26 degrees. So I know what this is, and I'm sure y'all can figure out the other one, right? You can subtract that from 180, add it up, subtract from 180. So again, I'm going to leave y undone because you can do it, right? Now, there's an assignment for this. No, hold on. Okay, so there's an assignment for this. Let me pass it out first. You're going to have some that are just straightforward. Some are like those where you have to just pick what you need. Okay? Take that, yeah. So you take that x we just got, plus 90, subtract that from 180, that'll give you y. Okay? Okay, so 16.26 plus this other angle, which is 90. Add those up, subtract from the total, 180. Right. Okay, so your assignment today is this, and then Monday, finish it up. We might have a quiz on Tuesday, but we for sure will review Wednesday and have a test on Thursday.